Guys, welcome back to the channel. What the hell is going on with XRP? I know you guys like the student coin content, and I've given you guys quite a bit of student coin content, which you mostly seem to like. But I do I do have interest in a lot of other cryptos. One of them being Ripple, and I did say I would give you guys my opinion on what I think would be good trades or investments, if you want to call it in that way, to make. And XRP has always been one that I've really loved. I recently, a couple of weeks back, I think, let's have a look, sort of around the time it was around here, somewhere towards the end of March, middle of March. I'd recently increased my stake by 30%. So at around 55 cents per XRP. And the reason I did that is because I know a lot of you that would have been following this would have been looking at the SEC lawsuit that is against XRP, and whether it's a crypto, whether it's a security or not. Um, and in my opinion, the XRP lawsuit, the SEC lawsuit, in my opinion, as a non-financial advisor, non-financial professional, I'm not a legal advisor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal professional, just purely my opinion. It's all a formality. I haven't really been following the case that much because what I've read up on it, there is no real basis to actually for XRP to delist and and crash and go down. So whether they need to settle or whether there's just the suit itself gets dropped, I think in the long term XRP is going to surge, and regardless of what happens in the SEC case. Again, I'm not a professional; it's just my opinion. Now, when we look at XRP in the last 24 hours, it was just up at $1.10. In the last 24 hours, it's up in the last 24 hours by 50%. It's up 48% versus Bitcoin, 45% versus Ethereum. Now, if you look in, so from about, I think what is it, 71 cents all the way up to $1.10. If we look in the last 7 days, it's somewhere around that 55 to 57 mark, somewhere depending on where you got into your trade. You can trade it on Binance using US dollar USDT, which is the most secure and simple way of trading it. I'll link again my Binance tutorial on how to do that for those of you who want to get into it. And if you want to trade Ripple instead of just holding it long term, which I think is better, but if you want to trade it and make some money off of it in certain periods of times, buying and selling, trading, I have a trading tutorial, and if you use my reference link, you get an extra 5%. But I will link that in the description for you guys. Now, those of you that want to keep it, first off, okay, let's get to um, why it's gone and shot up like this, because it's basically essentially doubled in the last 7 days or so. And the reason being that the SEC has agreed to redact two documents in Ripple lawsuits as XRP prices soar. So they saw after SEC agreed to partially redact some of Ripple's email exchanges. So it is partial. So I mean, it could be that this is just a partial surge. It could be that it is a long-term surge. It could really be. It could still really either go either way. So just give me 1 second. So sorry about that. I was just sending a message. So yeah, it could still drop down. Just bear in mind it is partial, but again, as I say, in my personal opinion, it's not. I'm not a legal advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. But sorry, I'm getting messages. Sorry. So in my opinion, it could still swing back down. That would be a good time to trade it. If you want to trade it, you could win. If you want to hold it, you could win as well. It could go either way. But basically, you guys can go read this article. It's actually on, if you go look here, I can put a link to the article if you want. But basically, they've retracted two documents. This is the major news. Anytime there's news like this, it's going to surge. And as you can see, it surged extremely quickly. So go and read about this. Again, as I say, to me, this is just a formality, the SEC lawsuit. It's not really, I don't think there's really any grounds for them to try to stop it. But again, that's just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. And that's why it's always good to do your own research. Don't just take my word for it, do your own research. Now, of course, we had a circulating supply of 45 billion. Now, if you look at the trading volume in the last 24 hours, at a time, a couple of hours back, this was up 233% to something almost close to 40 billion. So it's almost double. Um, the trading volume was going. Oh, what am I saying? Excuse me. But still on holiday. So this trading volume was up almost 2.5 times as of previous trading volumes. There, that's what I was looking to say. So it's a huge surge in the trading volume, and obviously, anytime there's a surge in the trading volume, this price just skyrockets. Like we said, I mean, in the last 24 hours, 50%. In the last 7 days, doubled. So that's the reason for the surge. For those of you that were wondering what the surge was. And now the market cap did go over 2 trillion. At one stage, it was almost at 2.1 trillion, I think. But um, some of the other coins, the major coins, have gone down. Obviously, the Bitcoin dominance will go down. Um, Ethereum's been doing all right, but that Ethereum dominance will go down because Ripple will add. It's slight, but Ripple will, or XRP will add quite a bit to the market cap. Now, those of you might think that you've missed out, or that it's too late and things will surge too much. And a lot of times you need to just watch how things play out. You don't want to wait too long, because obviously, if this continues to surge, there's a lot of indicators you need to look at. Let me know if you want to know what those indicators are. Um, but basically, you need to look at a few things. Some people, I don't like to necessarily do it, or only use this. But a lot of people like to wait a day or two to see how things play out. In my opinion, again, short term, who knows? This could be high. Again, it is partial. They partially redacted the two documents, the SEC did. But I think there is still room to make money. You can go look at a whole bunch of indicators, which we can get into, but that's a whole separate video on its own. But basically, long term, is it still good to buy Ripple? I think yes. I think it's obviously a lot more costly than it was when I got in, or maybe even just a week ago, of course. But if we look at the all-time high is actually $2.77. If you go Google it, it is $2.77, and that is still 2.5 times from where we are at this current rate. And back then, there wasn't that much momentum behind it. Not nearly as much momentum behind cryptocurrencies in general, but especially not Ripple. Actually, there was quite a lot of negative attention towards Ripple back then, because people thought of Ripple as not being decentralized and completely going against what the crypto space does. And that might be true, and I can see both sides of it. But the thing with XRP is, now, those of you that don't know what XRP is, there is an explanation of what XRP is here. You can go and read on it. But basically, the founder of XRP explained it in quite a very cool way. So if you want to take $10 million and you want to transfer $10 million from the US to the UK, for example, or wherever, an overseas country, the quickest and cheapest way for you to do so is to take $10 million in cash on a briefcase, on a plane, hop over and go deposit it in that country. The quickest and cheapest way. Now, what Ripple does is Ripple allows instantaneous transfers, and there is no limit to the number of transfers you can do or the amount of the transfer you can do. So instead of having to hop onto a plane, go draw the money, go make all the provision for the money to be gone out, for them to probably bring a money truck to your house for all of that amount of money, you just click a button, and using XRP, it gets transferred. That's the technology behind XRP. And that's huge, because I've tried to send money to the US, I've tried to send money overseas. You pay a fortune in commissions, or you need to give your bank a reason why you want to send the money, and this approval and that approval. It's crazy. And that's why I felt, even if XRP does sort of go against the decentralization aspect of cryptocurrencies, there's still a lot of money to be made. And a lot of new developments is that people want to put all hedge fund money around the world. That's a very big stretch, by the way. But banks have already signed with deals with XRP. I remember reading in 2017, Visa, out, that was the news in 2017, had signed to try to bring this technology on board. And I mean, even if you read the opening remarks of the SEC lawsuit, it says that, loosely translated, or loosely, I'm paraphrasing here, but basically, there's room for cryptocurrency technology. We need to make use of cryptocurrency technology. And I think XRP is going to lead the way along with Cardano. Bitcoin will always be there. Ethereum will always probably be there. But I think ADA and XRP together are going to be the ones that lead the way for cryptos in the future. So the hedge fund, the amount of money in hedge funds around the world is some absurd number of hundreds of trillions of dollars. Let's just call it $100 trillion. Uh, Call it $1 trillion, okay? If you take the 1 trillion and divide it by the maximum supply of 100 billion, excuse me, and the hedge funds have far more, far more than that. Some numbers estimated up to be 700 trillion, some estimated to be 10 trillion, some estimated to be just 100 trillion, whatever. Take a trillion, just $1 trillion of hedge fund money, or just money in general around the world circulating, and divide it by the 100 billion. You get to $10 price of Ripple, of XRPs, and that's at the maximum supply. So to me, it's still a great buy at $1 even. I mean, I think there's still a lot of room for it to move up, even if it just goes to its previous all-time high, which I think it could surpass, in my personal opinion. You still get a 2.5x. So go have a look at the Binance trading tutorial. I would suggest, again, always do the USDT, because the price fluctuates. It could drop down below $1. You could put some bids in and get some dollar cost average purchases. You can put it at $1.05 now trade, put it at $1 trade, put it at 95 cents trade, put it at buy it when it's $1.10. So your dollar cost average, or your average price, goes down when you do that. So I thought I'd just make this hopefully quick video for you guys, just to say why XRP is surging, what I think, is it too late to buy, what I think the price could possibly be. In the short term, it could be anywhere up to 2.5. It could go down a bit. But I think, if you can get, I was always saying a few weeks ago, if you get XRP at about 50 cents, it's a great pass. Now I think, depending on what happens in the next couple of days, $1, if you can get about $1 to 90 cents, 90 cents a dollar, if it dips a little bit more, but long term, anything even right now, $1.10, $1.20, it could be $1.20 by the end of the day. I think even that's great, because $2.77, it's 2.5 times your money. Long term, $10 easily, I think. So again, all my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of XRP. Will you guys be buying? Will you guys put in some trades? Do you believe in XRP? Do you think the SEC is going to win and XRP is going to shut down? Do you think XRP is going to overcome the SEC lawsuit? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, really appreciate the support, the likes, the shares, subscribes, comments, and until next time, cheers.